Welcome to the Revolutionary CEO Podcast. I'm your host, Letitia Lynch, Paris lover, devoted boy mom, Capricorn, and chronic overachiever. After launching my business in 2020, it grew faster than I anticipated and quickly turned into all the things I hated about toxic corporate overwork culture. Now I'm restructuring it to prioritize the lifestyle I desire and break free from overworking without compromising my income. Join me every Wednesday as I give you the inside scoop on how to balance business, work, motherhood, self-care, and mental health. As your marketing coach, I'll also be sharing my experiences with contractors and clients, having a team, as well as personal and business branding, practical business and marketing advice, strategies, and tips. Let's get into it. Welcome back. So today's episode is going to be a doozy. I really want to dive into something that I haven't shared publicly yet, and I'm excited about it because I feel like so many of you probably have found yourself looking at your business that you've built, feeling kind of this mix of both pride and overwhelming exhaustion. So many of you, myself included, started this business with a blend of, passion and determination. We all hustled, we tried every strategy in the book, and yes, a lot of those strategies actually worked for our businesses. And they got you to this beautiful place of growth and establishment. But now, as you start to get deeply entrenched in the intricacies of business and life, you're realizing that those strategies, those very strategies that fueled your initial growth, have become chains. They're not sustainable. They're very draining. And quite frankly, they're stealing the joy out of what should be a rewarding journey for you. So here's the truth. As businesses evolve, so must the strategies that drive them. What worked in the initial stages might not be what's best for you right now. And we're not just talking about upgrading, we're discussing a recalibration, a return to the essence of business marketing. Because when you truly understand the fundamentals, you actually gain freedom. Freedom to choose your channels, freedom to dictate your approach, and most crucially, the freedom to align your efforts with your long-term goals without feeling stretched thin or out of alignment. But amidst all this freedom, there is structure, a backbone that ensures no matter how creative or off the beaten path we get, there are foundational processes and schedules that remain consistent. These aren't rigid though, they're just guiding lights. So depending on the marketing goal that you're pursuing, these processes will ensure that while you have the liberty to experiment and explore, you are never lost. So in this episode, I'm going to be introducing the concept that, again, I am surprisingly have been keeping to myself until I had it fully mapped out, behind a new core business marketing training that I'm working very hard on. It will be exclusively for the people in my membership. However, I am going to be sharing in my podcast some of the concepts behind it because I feel like I can't just keep this to myself. I think people really need to hear this right now, especially the people who came up in business when I came up, like the people who are from like 2020, 2021, even 2019. We needed to hear something like this and it just hasn't been available. And it's called the Marketing Mastery Matrix. You guys know I always have these names. Even if you're not in the membership, I promise I'm going to be sharing this unique framework here on my podcast because I really need to talk this out with you guys. What the hell is the Marketing Mastery Matrix? I see it as a groundbreaking marketing framework specifically designed for high-ticket business owners, and not just coaches, because I feel like a lot of things are geared towards coaches, but specifically and inclusively service providers. At its core, it's going to simplify the often convoluted world of marketing into a streamlined, structured approach. And by focusing on key pillars and shedding all the noise that I think we hear so often about the different things you can do with marketing, it's going to empower you to take targeted actions that directly correlate with tangible results. And this isn't just another marketing framework. Again, I know that there are so many. I have a million that I've shared with you guys over time. It's a distilled essence of everything that you actually need to focus on as a high-ticket business owner in general, right? The beauty of the matrix is its simplicity combined with depth tailored for entrepreneurs who are basically the face of their brand, because most of us are. And when people talk about, the market is saturated, it's not just about the noise that's out there. It's about the noise that's coming from within. Our own overwhelm, endless strategies that we learn, and the chaotic dance of trying everything. The matrix, however, encourages you to pause, reflect, and strategically act this time. So what I want you to do is envision this matrix as a compass in a vast sea of all the marketing possibilities of what you could be trying right now. This compass will consistently point you toward what truly matters, ensuring that while you explore, you never actually drift too far from what should be your true north for marketing for your business. So when I think of the who, what, where, when, why, and how, this is important to this actual compass that we're going to now call the matrix. So the who, at the heart of every strategy, is obviously the person that you're reaching out to. Not just some faceless person in a crowd of people with characteristics, but really just individuals with hopes, dreams, and needs. And these are now people you've actually physically worked with and touched, right? The what is your message. And it's not just about what you offer, but really the transformation, the story, and the essence behind it. The where is not every channel, because not every channel will resonate with your voice or your audience. It's choosing platforms that align with your energy and your goals. The when, timing isn't just about algorithms, it's about life rhythms and syncing your message with the heartbeat of your audience. The why is the driving force. This is where your purpose, passion, and promise are going to merge. And the how. These are the tactical, actionable steps, ensuring that your strategy has legs to run and wings to soar. I'm feeling real poetic because I'm serious about this. Each component of the matrix really ensures that you're not just tossing strategies at the wall, hoping that something sticks, but instead you're crafting a symphony where every note, every pause, and every crescendo is deliberate and designed. And while this is probably sounding like this sounds extensive, right? The ultimate goal of the matrix is just freedom. Freedom from overwhelm, freedom from overworking, and the freedom to fall back in love with the art and science of marketing, because it's a thing. This episode is brought to you by Revolutionary Society. Revolutionary Society is a dynamic quarterly membership community tailored for ambitious female entrepreneurs seeking holistic business growth and transformative marketing strategies. As a member, you'll tap into expert guidance and comprehensive resources, masterclasses, workshops, and Q&As covering marketing mastery, productivity, business operations, work-life harmony, personal development, and more. Immerse yourself in a nurturing, diverse community of driven women, all collaborating and supporting one another on their entrepreneurial journey. Visit revolutionarysociety.com to learn more and to join. When I think about what is guiding the thought behind creating this matrix and my inspiration, it's really these 3 C's. Consistency, content and copy are basically the same thing, and conversions. These are the pillars that are really supporting the matrix. They are what make your strategies tangible, relatable, and results driven. Because without consistency, your efforts are obviously going to be sporadic. Without compelling content, your voice is just lost. And without conversions, your efforts don't translate into tangible growth. But the good news is mastering these 3 pillars under the guidance of the matrix, which is what I'm creating today, is entirely within your grasp, and the transformations that it's going to bring is going to be extremely profound for the business owners who get access to it. So let's talk about these 3 pillars before we wrap up this episode. I'm getting better at making these shorter. So consistency, sporadic efforts that people are making right now when it comes to marketing because of energy shifts in life is really making you all doomed to really just go unnoticed, right? Your target audience is already bombarded with content every single day, but when you show up consistently with the right schedule, strategy, and structure, you create a familiar space for your audience. It's like opening a regular cafe that they visit every single morning. Suddenly, you're not just any business, you're their go-to business. Now, when it comes to the content/copy, here's the thing. Anyone can produce content. I see so much content right now, but not everyone can produce content that resonates. By mastering your content pillars and your brand voice, you're ensuring that your message is always on brand, always relevant, and always impactful. Your content isn't just seen, it evokes emotion, action, and loyalty. And in that last C, conversions, at the end of the day, we're in business to serve our clients and to grow. So this means generating the leads, making the sales, and importantly, genuine conversations with people. It's not about cold figures. It's about warm, engaged clients who believe in your value. If you're a high ticket business owner, your clients are looking for premium solutions and they expect premium engagement. This isn't just about throwing money into advertising either. It's about genuine brand building. Look, you got to think, everybody and everyone does agree that things have changed, right? Our pockets feel different. We're working more diligently and doing more research before spending money. Whereas 2020, 2021, we were just throwing money. Like if you said you did something, we just like, okay, I trust that. Not anymore. It's not that people aren't still buying. They're buying with more conviction. They're buying by taking more time to make these decisions, to make sure it's the right decision this time around, because they've already dilly-dallied and played around and wasted money. And now we're like, nah, man, the economy is playing games. I got to make sure that when I do make these investments, I am going to make, that it's the right one this time. So when it comes to the marketing mastery matrix, it ensures that you don't get lost in the myriad of all these tactics and strategies that we keep learning out there. It's going to provide you a laser focused path to ensure your marketing is clear, compelling, and consistent. But it works for you specifically. In essence, this framework is going to acknowledge that high ticket business owners aren't just running businesses. They're building legacies, but they're building brands, right? We're actually building brands, micro brands within ourselves, as ourselves. And to do so, you need a marketing approach that's robust yet flexible, strategic yet authentic. The marketing mastery matrix is that golden bridge that I feel that's between your brand's promise and your audience's expectations. And the outcome of that is brand recognition. It's increased lead generation. It's higher sales conversions. It's bigger and higher and greater client retention. And more importantly, it's the ability to engage in meaningful conversations with your target audience, which most of those conversations, even in my own business, has turned into clients later on down the line. I have so many relationships. I have so many speaking engagements in different cities across the US. And in every city, I'm talking to some of my previous clients and they want to meet up and they want to hang out. And I'm so excited because I have these relationships that I built up over time through these very, very authentic, kind, close conversations. I hope this episode has opened your eyes to something that is clearly missing for all of us. There is a huge gaping hole in our marketing strategies and we can't figure out what it is. And we just keep investing in more and more and more marketing courses, strategies, processes, all the things. And I feel like if we just had access to this matrix, that you would have had the freedom and the wherewithal to really choose what's right for you in the moments as those moments happen. I'm not saying we're going to get rid of all the strategies that you've learned before. I'm saying they have a time and a place and a season, and it's not always that season, but often you don't know what to do to get yourself through the current season that you're in. So you fall back on some of those things that just don't align right now. And I want to prevent that. I cannot wait to share more about this concept with you and to really release this to the members. I'm going to be dripping this out to them over the next few weeks with, it's going to be an audio format, kind of like listening to an audio book. And it's going to have an audio guide, which is going to be everything that they need to do to implement everything that I'm talking about in this matrix. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, subscribe to the Revolutionary CEO podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform and leave a review to let me know the moments you enjoyed the most. For insights, tips, and conversations, connect with me on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. I'm always at Her Marketing Coach. Together, let's continue empowering ambitious and driven women in business. Talk to you next week.